What's going on, everybody? KCam here, and I'm actually using a bow. Whoa, I'm using a bow. It's actually probably my favorite gun in the game is a bow. I've just, kind of my role is Slayer, so I use the ASM1 because I'm always playing aggressively, just trying to get kills and stuff. But the bow is actually probably my favorite gun because my shot is deadly with it, and I'm just really good with it. So pretty much most Slayers like myself are just really good with like ARs and stuff, like the Remington and stuff, because I was really good with the Remington as well. And so yeah, that's just pretty much us Slayers. That's what we do. But what I'm going to talk about today is the history of SSK. So it's a pretty cool video. Unfortunately, I'm only going to be talking about like the competitive history because I feel like I need to get like more people on for like SSK, and maybe like actually edit up a video of the whole entire history of SSK, like how I started playing video games, period, and stuff. So I think that'd be a really cool video if I could like maybe get editing and like learn how to edit and stuff. So I think that'd be really cool to make a video about that. And I got a lot of video ideas, so I'm gonna start making a lot more videos and becoming more dedicated to YouTube, like I've said in my last two videos. Actually, no, the video coming out tomorrow, I think I talked about it, and the video that went out yesterday, I talked about it a little bit, how I want to become more dedicated to YouTube and just pretty much playing and becoming a better player in general. And so it's not really a little known fact, but something that I guarantee you that no one watching this video will know is that I'm a very competitive person, and I kind of am like I don't really know how to describe it, but like so I'm competitive, very competitive. I can't stand losing, but I love winning. And I love, I'd much rather be in a close game, like a 192 to 191 game, than, win just by blowing out, like, 25-0. So, I like having close games and stuff like that, rather than, like the competitive games, rather than games where we wouldn't even have to communicate to win. But pretty much, I'm just like, I'm a determined player, so I'm dedicated to being the best I can be, being the best teammate I can be, and stuff like that. And so I bought a Cinch, I bought Astro A40s, and they were the two best purchases. But the only problem is with my Cinch right now, I've got a concave right stick, so I accidentally ordered it wrong, and I got a I have a concave right stick, so I've got to send my Cinch back today, and I'm having a dome stick put in, so I'm gonna have to play claw a little bit longer, which is gonna be very weird. So yeah, but like I was gonna talk about, it's already been 3 minutes and I haven't talked about it this all. But the history of SSK. So we started out, I think it was February. It was like February 28th, sometime late February, and we, myself, Nitro, and Huntsman. Actually, all right, this goes all the way back to last year. We were playing. We started becoming big fans of League play, myself, John, and Redhead, and Nitro. And so we were playing a lot of League play as a team. We were having a lot of fun, trying to communicate and stuff. And I've got a lot of videos on that, which you guys can go back and look at if I link them ever. They're called like Vengeance Livestream Part, etc. and stuff, just stuff like that. So, we were big in zombies as well. So we started playing League play, and we were having a lot of fun. We were having so much fun playing League play that, as a matter of fact, the season started as like the day that the DLC came out. So the Buried DLC came out, and we were gonna be pretty much live streaming that and just playing that all day and trying to figure out the Easter egg and stuff. But after a couple of games, we decided to go to League play and get ranked real quick. Then we never ended up playing Buried again that day, and then it just, after a while, we just started becoming, just competitive players. So Redhead, yeah, he wasn't a competitive player. So he didn't continue on with competitive, but John, Nitro, and myself did, and it went to the point where we were playing Black Ops 2 one day, because I was trying to be like a comedy YouTuber, just trying to get clips and stuff that I could save up and post in a video. And that's how I met Huntsman, because he was Redhead's friend, and Redhead was playing with one of our friends named Jeremy, and so he was there, and Huntsman happened to be in that lobby, and so, you know, we decided we went to go play Ghost with Huntsman, because Huntsman didn't like Ghost. We all had it, but none of us really liked it. And so we all went to go play Ghost, and we decided to play Clan v Clan, because we didn't know, we thought Huntsman was just kind of that funny person. You know, he wasn't going to be a competitive person, but then we get there, and he's like, yeah, sure, I'll play Clan v Clan. And then, you know, like, he knew calls and stuff, and so we were like, alright. And so Nitro and I, we were like, yo, let's add this dude to our competitive roster. And so it was me, John, Huntsman, and Nitro, and we would play pretty much Clan v Clan. And then there were a couple of roster switch-ups every now and then with, like, you know, Nitro not getting on in, like, 2 weeks. So we found a person to, like, sub for him pretty much. And, you know, it's just pretty much stuff like that. And then one day, no, we were just pretty much all having fun, and then one day we finally decided to start playing GBs, and Huntsman was on, but he was on the wrong account, and Nitro and I didn't have him added on that account, and so Huntsman didn't know we were on, but we were, and so Nitro and I decided to play doubles, and I think we won our first map, but I don't think we ended up winning any of the GBs that first day, and just pretty much ever since then I've just, you know, gotten to, like, be... You know, I've just grown into this player that I am. So I started out as a terrible player, just a terrible competitive. I mean, my classes have always been pretty good, but I just didn't really have the skill or the knowledge that a good competitive player has. And so Nitro and I, we pretty much, after that, we just started playing GBs like all day. Just anytime two of us or more were on, we'd play GBs. And then we introduced John to them. You know, we told him, like, which classes he should use in this game. And we were just having so much fun, even when we lost. And, you know, we weren't really taking it too seriously at the time, you know, because we were new to all this stuff. So we were just kind of having fun. And so then comes the time where John was just, you know, kind of, like, mad at everybody. And, you know, it was, like, a day where he was just, like, not in a good mood at all. And so, like, he was just being mean, just nasty, like, terrible things to say. And so we kind of gave him the boot from SSK for then. So we gave him the boot, and then the next day, you know, he apologized. So he was all good. He was still part of SSK. He just wasn't on the competitive roster then. And then the next day, because during that time, we played a GB against this one team. They're called, like, Goat Simulator. And they had Maniac and 3 of his friends were on that team. And so when we played them, we won the Sovereign Dom, like, 157 to 150. And so it was really close. We made an amazing comeback, and it was great. And then the second game, we ended up winning Warhawk Blitz. So we were always a really good Warhawk Blitz team. We won that 9 to 8. And so, yeah, just pretty much it was really nice. And just to be able to win stuff like that. But then after John left, Maniac had my Twitter, and so they kept us. They pretty much, like, just asked us if we wanted to scrim, and, you know, we scrimmed a couple of times, and then the night John left, Maniac he tweeted me, and he was like, yo, you guys want to scrim? And I was like, sorry, our 4th just left. And then he was like, you know, he responded and stuff. And then a little bit later, he was like, oh, your 4th actually left the team. I thought he just left, like, he wasn't home. And then I was like, yeah, and then he was like, all right, well, if you don't mind, can I join SSK? Because I want a team that's serious. My team kind of isn't really serious about this whole thing. So we added him to the team. And so, you know, we had a lot of fun, and we were a really good team. Once we got things ironed out, we were, like, competing for 10th on the PS3 Call of Duty Ghost Ladder, and we were, me and him, or him and I, if you want to be grammatically correct, we were number 4 on the doubles ladder. And so that was awesome. And then we were just a really good team in Call of Duty Ghosts. And we were undefeated at Warhawk Blitz. We were 11-0 over the span of us playing as a team. And then school came around in September, and Maniac, you know, he just kind of, you know, he didn't really get on all that much anymore. We didn't play as a team anymore because of just school and just homework and projects and stuff like that. And so that kind of sucked. And, you I just really hated not being able to play with the team because we had such a good lineup. And then I was at a party one day, and Maniac said, check Skype. And so I signed into Skype on my phone, and it was a whole thing about him retiring. And so I was trying to come up with a whole bunch of solutions to get him to play, Xbox One, get him to buy an Xbox One. And I just couldn't get him to budge, so he quit that, and he got a PS4. He didn't get an Xbox One, he got a PS4. And he could get an Xbox One if he wanted to, but his reason right now is that it's just too expensive, and the only thing that he'd play on it is COD. And I don't really get that, because pretty much the only thing I play on my Xbox One right now is Call of Duty. I have GTA, I don't really ever play it, but all I have is COD, and there's nothing wrong with playing nothing but COD. So that's pretty much my job, is play Call of Duty. So I don't see what the problem is with playing nothing but Call of Duty. So Maniac, if you're watching this video, go buy yourself an Xbox One, dude. Buy Advanced Warfare. It will not be a waste being able to rise up the GB ranks again. And, I mean, I just kind of want to play with that team again, because I don't think I've been in a Skype call with Maniac since pretty much since the last GB we played. So yeah, I really want to play with that squad again. I just think, maybe as a TBT kind of thing, or if Maniac decides to return to Call of Duty in general, I think that'd be great. But, so to continue the story on, I'm just going to keep going until this map starts. To continue the story on, we were just looking for fourths, and so we were playing with John for a long time. He wasn't really part of the roster, he was just a sub. And so we were using him as a sub and Ghost, and we weren't really good, so, we were kind of like kicking ourselves because we were not having fun playing. Like, we weren't having fun because we were losing now. We just missed being at the top. And, we weren't really able to work at it all because none of us had good internet. Maniac had Verizon Files, so he'd always host, and, we'd always have fun just doing that. And so that kind of sucks now that we're not able to play. So, Maniac's gone. He's pretty much done playing video games, period, at the time. And so, then, we're just on the search for another player. And, we just pretty much used John because we couldn't find another player, because we knew that we were going to be switching to Xbox One real soon. And we just, we didn't think it would be a good idea to find a person on PS3 now and then just make the switch to Xbox One. So we just decided, let's wait until we all switch to Xbox One. And so by the time we switched to Xbox One, I'd already confronted Royal, which is actually my friend in real life. He goes to school with me. And so I texted him. I was like, yo, you want to join the SSK? And he was like, yeah. And because I knew he was getting an Xbox One for Christmas, and that he was already, planning on, becoming competitive. And so he left his team, which is Voltage at the time, and they weren't really too good of a team. I don't want to bash them or anything, but they weren't an experienced Call of Duty team. So Royal joined our team, and so Christmas Day comes. He gets his Xbox One. Huntsman gets AW. And then Nitro doesn't have AW at the time or an Xbox One, so, we're still kind of in a hard spot, and we're in a terrible spot. And so I get home from Christmas. I was going to play with Maniac, actually. He was like, you want to play something? Because the Lizard Squad attacks were going on, and he was just like, yo, you want to play something? I wasn't home at the time, and I wasn't even on my phone. And so I was in the car on the way home, and I see on my phone that I had a tweet from Maniac. And I'm like, oh, snap. I could have played with Maniac. And unfortunately, I didn't end up playing with him. I texted, yo, if you aren't asleep, I'm down to play. Let's go. And so, yeah, it turns out he was already asleep. He didn't respond until the next morning when he woke up. And so that kind of sucks that I missed my opportunity to play with him. But it's whatever. And then the next day, I think I ended up playing with Royal and Huntsman. I ended up playing with Royal and John for a little bit, and then Huntsman got on later that day, and I played with Royal and Huntsman. And then I don't think us four played together. Then about a week ago, Nitro finally bought his Xbox One, or at least he ordered it on GameStop. And so, you know, I was responding to one of his tweets. He was like, yeah, I'm still the GOAT at MW3. And I was like, get an Xbox One, you can be the GOAT at AW too. And he was like, text me. And so I texted him and I was like, what's up? And he was like, you can't tell anyone else this. And I was like, alright. And he was like, I bought an Xbox One and AW. And I was like, I couldn't tell if he was joking or if he was serious. So, you know, I kind of just continued on, and I was like, okay, sure you did. You know, I didn't believe him. I'm not one to, like, believe things the first time I hear them. Like, I rarely believe things unless, like, they're proven to me. So, like, if you told me that, you know, Optic Gaming won X Games if I hadn't seen the event, you know, I wouldn't believe you unless I saw, like, video from X Games or if I actually watched the X Games. So, you know, I didn't believe him, and I ended up being a bad friend, and I told Huntsman about it, and I actually told Maniac as well, but they were like, yeah, he's probably just trolling. I bet you he didn't get it, because that's something Nitro would do, is, you know, kind of troll about that. And so we just thought he was trolling, and turns out he wasn't, because he gets it. He calls me up, he's like, yo, I need your help setting this thing up. And I'm like, alright. And so, you know, I kind of was there just, like, helping him set it up. And then he gets on, and he's like, yo, you told Huntsman already? And I was like, no, he could tell when I added you as a friend. And then he was like, alright. And so Nitro finally got that. And then we ended up getting Royal on the day after that, because Nitro had to make his game install, and so his game finally installed the next morning, and we were playing, and then Royal finally got on, and us four were playing ranked play for a little bit. And, you know, as a team, we were terrible, like, just absolutely terrible. Like, we could lose to 4 randoms, and we had to go through call-outs and stuff, and we have all the call-outs down now, so it's a lot better than it was, and I'm happy that we have call-outs now. And so we were just, you know, kind of hopeful for our future, like, that, you know, we weren't going to have to make another roster change in a long time or anything like that. And, you know, things were just going pretty nice. And then, you know, then comes Royal not getting on ever, and he's literally like, actually, no, I'll continue on with that night. So that night, we ended up actually playing a couple of UMGs. I think we played 3 total. Or no, we played 2 total, and we had to get 1 canceled because of... No, we played 2, and we got 2 canceled. We played a GB, and we ended up losing that. I think we got 3-0'd in a best of 5, but it wasn't against a good team either. So it was kind of downing knowing that we could lose these crap teams and that, you know, we were pretty much terrible. So next GB we play on UMG, and it's against another terrible team, and we ended up getting 3-0'd, but it wasn't the kind of 3-0 that you normally, like, assume. Like, it was all close games except for that last uplink on Detroit. It was all close. Like, the searches, I think it was like 6-4 and 6-5, and it was just all like 2 different plays by certain players that could have won the game for us, and it just wasn't, you know, I wasn't happy with it at all. But I knew that the more we practiced, the better we'd get, the better team chemistry would get, the better each player individually would get, and the better the team chemistry would get, if I didn't say that already. So we haven't even played, I don't even think Jack's been on since then, so that isn't good at all. And so he's going to be really rusty in this game when he does get on, which is probably tonight. And, you know, things are not going well right now as a team, guys. I'd be lying if I said everything's going well, but they're not, so unfortunately. But, you know, I'm not going to make any changes yet. I want to play more with the team, you know, just to see how much we'd work out, just to, you know, see if there's a way we can get everybody to get on more often. Because Nitro and I are always on. Huntsman's got a good excuse, and he gets on when he can. And just Royal pretty much, I mean, he does have a lot of excuses, but, you know, things are not working out well as a team. So we decided to, just kind of wait it out. And so Nitro and I have been playing doubles and stuff, and we're actually really good at doubles in this game. I don't know what it is, but like I started out 8-0 in a game, and I was just beast moding. Like I was predicting everything. Like Nitro and I just understand how this game works perfectly. Like we know what's going on and stuff. And so we enjoy playing this game. We enjoy playing searches. We know what to do in searches, so it's really nice. And as a team, just me and him have really great chemistry. We literally been in it since the beginning, since before the beginning, because he's my uncle. Whoops. Let me reconnect that real quick. But so he's my uncle. So yeah, we've got like that GOAT chemistry, like even better chemistry than Optic Nation did when they played. And we're just like pretty much ultimate teammates. And Huntsman and I, we have great chemistry as well with the amount of doubles that we played. And so, we're good as well. But then, like, just anytime you play with a new team, you're always going to have to learn to play together again. Like, it's not going to be doubles where you're just playing it with one person. You have to learn how to play with every single teammate. So, we're trying to get things straightened out. Just new team jitters and stuff like that. We're going to try and build Royal into a great competitive player because he's somewhat new to this competitive scene, because he's not like myself or Nitro where we've been in it for, I think Nitro's been in it since like Call of Duty 4 when he's been with competitive Call of Duty. And then Huntsman's been in it since like the beginning of Black Ops 2. Then he took a break like towards the end when Ghost came out and stuff. And so yeah, just pretty much stuff like that. And then I started watching it in Ghost like before Champs, and like I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was a huge Optic fan, and I just found it so fun to watch, and I really wanted to play it. And so like I was, I just really enjoyed watching it. But then finally, just us as a team, we're trying to get better. And if things don't go our way, maybe we'll catch a break someday and things will finally work out, whether it be like Maniac comes back, we find a great player. And because the plan is, if we do find a great player, I'm not going to act like his spot is like on the edge, but I do think that John and Royal would be two great teammates if they played on SSK Youth. So if John or if someone, like for example, if Maniac comes back, or we just find a great player that myself, Huntsman, and Nitro really want to team with, and we play great with as a team. Maybe we find him when Jack isn't on, and we just really want to play with him. All we're going to do is just send Royal down to SSK Youth, and he'll be playing with John, just kind of get that competitive experience. And I just think they'd be great teammates just in general. And so that's that. And they'd be able to find two more, because they're that'd be just pretty much the ideal way of things happening. But as of right now, the two rosters are myself, Huntsman, Nitro, and Royal, and then John is on SSK Youth looking for 3. So that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll make another one in a month or two, kind of just catching up on what's going on after this. And so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And, I hope to see you guys in more videos. Thank you and goodbye.